All right, we're back live again. The game is actually loading up this time now. Had to scrub the last one and restart here. So, all right, Satisfactory is up and loading. Looks like I don't know. Like I just restarted. Hold on, I gotta wipe my camera on. Just restarted the computer, but for the second time ever, it crashed Satisfactory. Right. Find your game. It's right there. There we go. Cool. Let's get things up and running here. Get the music playing again. Back from the beginning there. Okay. Well, let's hop into this. So I've been doing some work off stream, of course, organizing, figuring out train routes to get product from one place to another. Unlocked a few things. We've unlocked aluminum production. Which I was kind of going back and forth as to where to put my aluminum plant. But I ended up right here because we unlocked, let's see here, I had some hard drives and we unlocked sloppy aluminum, which is just bauxite and water with no after product. Whereas normally you're going to have the silica, as you see there. Normally you have the alumina solution in the silica, but this drops the silica completely. And the thing is, like, yeah, okay, great. Normally you have excuse me, wrong one. You need silica to produce, oh, down here, yeah. To produce aluminum ingots, right? So normally you throw them in a foundry, aluminum scrap and silica, but also unlock this pure aluminum ingot recipe. So I didn't need the silica at all. So I was trying to find a place that had coal for the second step over here, where you have to mix the coal with the aluminum solution. I was trying to find a place that had the coal and the crystals to make the silica from, and I was about to have to ship it up to the northwest corner. But then when I unlocked those two recipes, I'm like, well, that just simplified life. So now we're just bringing it over here, and all I have to do, I'll say that, all I have to do, I already had coal coming in to this, can't fly, okay. This station up top, for the ammo factory, I have coal coming in. Let's see if we can get up there and see all this stuff. So I went ahead and labeled them. I have coal, copper sheets, sulfur, and iron ingots coming into this station above. For the ammo factory that I need to redo, that's kind of roughly there right now. Needs to be redone. So I had those coming in. So I just figured I'd snag a little bit of that coal to come down here. And then it's just a matter of getting my copper, which I didn't want to redo that one because it's bringing in copper sheets. I didn't want to have to just do that. So over by our, where we've been doing our base most recently, there's two copper nodes that weren't being used. So I went ahead and set up a factory and a train line just cutting through the back here to bring the copper ingots over here. So it makes copper ingots. This is all full right now. So I've got 4 industrial storage units, and this you can't access because the train's docked and stationed waiting to unload. Also, this, let's see, the bauxite train over there and this copper ingot train, I have set, see this timetable here. I have it set on this end so that the locomotive should stay in station until it is fully unloaded and wait for 15 seconds. You can switch this to or wait for 5 seconds. And then if it's not fully unloaded, it'll just go after 5 seconds. So I put it on and, that way it stops. On the other end, it doesn't matter. It stops whenever whenever this is full and it can unload. So it's going to sit here until this can unload. And since it's one item, that's not a problem. That one's going to sit there. Same thing over here with the bauxite. It's going to sit here until it can unload fully all of its load of bauxite. And you can't even access these right now because they're technically docked. So that's what I'm doing with those two trains. The train up top, since I'm carrying 4 products, I don't have it set to do that because, like, if it can't unload one of those, then it's going to stop running and getting the other products. And I want it to be able to get all the products. So it's going to run in a continuous cycle. that is the advantage of having trains that only service one product. But the disadvantage is you have a bunch of trains. And I went ahead on these two. I just have them a single track line with a locomotive on either end, which you could do with just one locomotive. I just figured I like aesthetically to have it this way. So I went ahead and standardized all the platforms. I put these concrete walls to line them on the outside all the way around, that line up there too, and these two lines that are down here. I think I got it all the way up. I have to double check the box set line. I might still need to work on it some. But that's the plan. I want them to all kind of have this look and feel. One wide platform with a track on it. And then this outline with these concrete walls. I think it looks pretty cool. And then of course our standard like sub-factory, like lower level factory things are going to look like this. So I've still got to do this ammo factory. Right now we're making rebar and explosive rebar here. I cut out the other end that was making the smokeless powder, but let's make a list of what we need to have here. Oh, also research wise, let me pull up a MAM real quick. We went ahead and unlocked a few things. I did a lot of adventuring. I manually crafted a bunch of homing ammo so I could get out there and do that. So we unlocked all of this on the dimensional depot. So we have the full max speed, 240 per minute. It just went up from 120. So that's like double speed. And we already unlocked the expansion of 500%. So we can do 5 stacks of items in there. The only thing left in this is the alien power matrix, and that's going to require the singularity cells. Those are in game. This we can get pretty easily. I mean, I've got plenty of those sitting around now. I've got 500 in the dimensional depot, and then I'm starting to store a bunch up in a crate over at the hub. SAM fluctuators. I don't have anything automating them yet. It'd probably be good to do that because later in the game you're going to need a lot of them. But right now they're just I'm manually crafting them. I've got Sam going into the starter base area way back around the bend from here, and I just go there and I'll craft it up to reanimated Sam and then craft it into SAM fluctuators using the rest of the stuff's in the dimensional depot, so it pulls from there. Caterium, all we have left is this. We could knock it out if we wanted to. I'd have to manually craft those. I don't have anything set up for these AI limiters or the computers yet. I do not have these either. So we're making frames, but we haven't. So there's still a lot of steps we haven't done. I'm trying to get the base stuff, the base recipes up to even regular frames in the lower factors, and then ship all the stuff up to make other stuff. So that we're kind of limited on that. Power slugs, this is in game. We don't have the stuff to make time crystals. We're getting there. I think within this tier that we're currently on, we'll unlock the stuff to do that. And then sulfur, we could potentially unlock this, I think. And then this from that. This, we don't have nuclear power unlocked yet, so that's where that's at. So, and then if we unlock this, we can unlock that. I don't like using the turbo rifle ammo. I prefer the homing ammo. The advantage of turbo rifle ammo is the longer you're shooting at something, the faster it shoots. So the DPS is greater when it gets fully ramped up. But the homing ammo is just a little more precise. I really just use it for the hashers and the hatchlings that come out of it. So the homing ammo is the better one for that. Everything else I can just hit with the explosive rebar. And then Infinite Zoop's just the mod I added on here. I did unlock 55 Zoops. The next one's 80, and this is probably 100. We're almost where we can make this stuff on here. The radio control unit. We have all the stuff unlocked for that. Same thing with the battery. We unlocked the blender to make that in. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with the tech tree over here. We're still manually crafting a lot of things that we shouldn't be. So one of the things I want to do is, well, the ammo factory. I think we're good for now. We let's get over here and see until this runs out. Where are we collecting that at? Oh, over here. Yeah. This, until this runs out, which we're still good. We got 500 in the dimensional depot plus this 100 being ready to load up, and this. Our supply of explosive rebar is good for now, but it will eventually run out. So we want to get that back up and running. It's good to have a and I could have made an industrial storage and would have had more in it, but it's good to have a supply sitting around for when you have outages like this. And this is yeah, we just need room for the. I mean, I probably don't need too many of these because all I have to do is make sure this is manufacturing it faster than I'll use it up with the buffer industrial or the storage buffer included. So yeah. So I don't try to maximize efficiency on those because it's not something that runs constantly. Right now, I also, when I threw together this aluminum factory, I didn't go through and maximize efficiency on that as far as like amount of bauxite coming in versus this and that. The one thing I did on here is the one product that I knew it was going to be hard to deal with is the water that this produces when you mix the aluminum solution with the coal. It outputs your aluminum scrap and the water, 300 per minute with this fully overclocked. And what I did is I found this circuit, this plumbing circuit, and if you didn't know it, there's a full PDF that explains all the ins and outs of the plumbing, fluidics in Satisfactory. So you could build this circuit here, and it's just you got two inputs with a pump on them, and it's an input priority circuit. So the one coming in on the bottom here is going to have the priority, and it gets pulled out and fills this up before this top one does. So this pipe here is hooked up to our water extractor. That comes in here to this pump, goes into this junction here, which I could probably make this. Let's go and do that. This doesn't have to be a T. If you wanted to continue making more on there, like have other... all right, I want this to go this way. If you wanted to have more inputs to it, then you could keep the T there and going up. I don't. So basically, if you can see there, this is empty of water, right? So this unit, all the water's been pulled out. It doesn't store it in there. So as soon as we start using some aluminum scrap, this machine will kick in and start running again, right? So it's not going to be clogged up with water there. Over here, past the pump, it is full, right? So this circuit here, with this water from that refinery coming in, it prioritizes this line and pulls the water out to fill this, because this uses 500 water per minute. So there's not enough water here, so we need another supply. It's possible, they're tricky to do that by just limiting your by putting a valve over here to limit this to 200, but like it's still going to cause a lot of slosh and things back and forth. So and I can still do that, but because of the way this circuit works and the way fluidics work in here, it prioritizes the bottom line, and that gets us where it stays balanced. So that's the way I balance this system. That means we have freed up about, let's see, if we wanted to tie off of that. So this, I don't think I even overclocked it. I think I tried to run this right at 240. So I think it needs, was it 200 out of this? So I just I could pull that down and balance it perfectly, but so we could ramp this up to 300 and get the other 100 out of this for something else if we needed to. But we don't need to. So this little circuit prioritizes that. That pump over there is only going to run when it needs more water out of it. So it'll supplement the other 200 that refinery needs in order to work. All right. From there, we'll use this pure aluminum recipe, so we don't have to put the silica in there. It's less per minute, but it's more aluminum per scrap. This uses 2 scraps. I think the other one's 6 for 2 or something like that. I'd have to look it up. Matter of fact, I don't have to look. I can look it right here. So yeah, it's 6 scrap to make 4. So that's a 3 to 2, whereas this is a 2 to 1. 3 scraps for 2. I don't know. Maybe this is less efficient. All I know is that it's more efficient in the sense that you don't need the other resources. You don't need the silica in here, so it does save those resources for other things. It might take more aluminum scrap to make it, but anyway, right now we're just we have one. Yeah, let's see if we get over here. We have one industrial storage unit for the aluminum alkali aluminum sheets with a excuse me, dimensional depot for that, and then down here we have another industrial storage unit for the aluminum casing. Now I'll probably pull out of here and ship this off. Yeah, because there's my dimensional depot. Ship this off to the train station up there and send it to the main storage area. Just to just to have that up there. Same thing with the all-clad sheets. I'll probably send that up there too. So that'll be 2 more products to send through there. Right now, let's see here. We just have refresh our jetpack. There we go. I think all I have are petroleum products. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. There we go. We made it. Whew. I have 2 stations, but this is just the only one running at the moment. Yeah, that's just a plastic, rubber, and fabric. I have a 4th thing I could put in here. It's not running that at all right now. But this one I'll probably bring the aluminum products to and see what else I want to add in here too. I just haven't brought them in yet, right? Anyway, I'll figure out how the best way to get those over here, because that's a little further away. But they could potentially run along the side of the train track and then come over here. So we'll see. We'll see what works best. Oh, okay. I have not, in fact, trimmed this track out. You can see where I stopped with the walls down there. All right, so we've got this mess I've taken out. I threw up a temporary setup for packaged fuel just because I needed some for research. Unlock the turbo fuel? No. I unlocked something with it. I don't even know. So all this mess is going to go away because this was our oh yeah, circuit boards for coming here. We now have copper over the no, it takes copper sheets, doesn't it? Let's see. Copper sheets and plastic. So what we're going to do is we'll use this oil here to make heavy oil residue for our ammo, and plastic out of the thing there. So we'll at least get those 2 products from this for sure. We're going to keep that running. So that's the plan. Use this oil node for that. As far as power, nuclear is going to come eventually. It's a mess. I don't like messing with nuclear. It's so. Maybe I'll look at some other people's setups, but it's just hard to get everything balanced just right. And then like you've got to deal with the byproduct. What I had been doing initially is just setting up a bunch of industrial storage units and just chunking all the spent fuel in there. He can't go in that area. So I had this one place. I don't know if I'll set up there again, but it was ideal because I could go like it's one of those areas. It's like it goes down to the void or whatever. It's just open below, but it was like this. Not a canyon. Anyway, I'll have to show you. It's over by one of the cave areas and everything, like middle of the map. But in the cave there was uranium, so I was pulling it out, and then I just built down below. So like it didn't affect the stuff on top. It didn't, there wasn't a big hot spot in the world that I couldn't fly across. I think it's an ideal place for it, but that's just me. There's other uranium spots that we would build near. You could also go high. and have it way up tall, just like a giant nuke tower, and just put all the nuclear power stuff up top so it won't bother anybody, won't affect things. I don't know. Let's see here. That's a lot of talk. I'm just trying to catch everybody up here and what we've done. Yeah, so as far as petroleum power, because that's going to be something we're going to do for quite a bit, we still have our forget that, our resource well technology to unlock, and there's another resource of oil over there that we'll pop on there, and we'll probably use that at least for now. Hold on, did I? Let me check these out, because this could be a problem. That's still sending stuff, but I want to make sure these don't get backed up. This is the fabric station. I had to double check that, because I don't know if I have a oh, no, I did. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I forgot. I put this other circuit in there for the overflow. Right in the middle of all these. I set up a, yeah, we're getting full. So this is completely full of fabric. So that train station is full, and where it's sent into is full. So what we have is this circuit here. It's a lot of splitters and mergers, but basically I have everything being split. So this is a 50-50, so half there, half here. And then it goes into this one, and half of it goes back into the main line, and half of it goes here. And so on, so that as long as you can send product to your main factory, your storage area, sorry, those things are loud, it's going to do that. But as soon as this gets stocked up, everything flows through here to the sink. And all of these products I have set up that way. The fabric, the plastic, and the rubber are all going to be set up that way, so that, and they're probably all doing that now. They're all syncing. But what that does, yeah, that was sentence, yeah, I guess some of it, no, that's just all we're producing. But what that does is make it where these, the product doesn't get backed up at the refineries here, because if the refineries got backed up with product, whoop, that's not, okay, I just got one actually making the product. If the refiners got backed up with the product, they would back up the resin, and then the resin gets backed up, we're not producing fuel, and if we're not producing fuel, we're not producing power. So in order to keep the power stations going, we have this circuit set up to catch the excess then and sink it and make it go bye-bye. But as soon as there's a demand for plastic or rubber or fabric in one of these places, it no longer sinks it. It just, I mean, it'll sink like a, gosh, let's do our math real quick. Okay. So that is a 50%, 25%, 12.5%, gosh. We'll say 6, 3, 1.5, 0.75. Anyway, you get the point. So this would make it half of 0.75, which would be we're just going to go with 0.35-ish, and then this is half of that. So that's the percentage, like roughly, my math is totally off, but roughly we're going to say 2% of what's manufactured goes directly to the sink when we have a need for plastic, okay? So I'll get out of here, that's really loud. So roughly 2% of everything we make is going to be sunk automatically, which it isn't bad for something that guarantees that you don't shut down production. Obviously, 100% gets sunk whenever there's not a demand for the supply. So, but those I have set up for these. These will run indefinitely, and I believe Yeah, this is running max. It's maxing out right now. It's taking it out as quick as it can make it. So it's producing 300 per minute. This is an equalizer circuit that keeps the pressure constant. So you have this tank, you have a check valve here, and then your output can only flow either through this tank or through here. So basically, if the demand gets a little higher, this will output and it won't backflow there. So I've put those on all these, including the water lines coming in. That's about it. Let's start talking about our factors over here. Let's see what we can do. I like that this glass blocks the sound. Like, hear their sound? Well, you can hear it more down here with the sound. No sound. Just these little things that add into the game that weren't necessary, but like, oh, a wall is going to keep sound from coming through. Especially like if you get on one of these corners like this. Except for that. Okay. All right, let me make a list of what we need from this factory over here. So, we're gonna make our, let's see. I'm not 100% sure we need packaged fuel. One second. Alright, just send this extra quick. Boom. Alright. That's that. Okay, cool. I'm not sure if there's like enough of a need for packaged fuel that we need to have a have something set up for that. It is an option for the jetpack, but this biofuel is much better as far as burn time and all that. So packaged fuel, this doesn't say how much burn time, but like if you look at the specs, like packaged turbo fuel, no, rocket fuel gives you the best lift, the quickest lift, but biofuel burns the longest. So get that as soon as you can in here, and you should be good to go. All right, let's tear all this stuff out. This is just a quick sloppy setup for the circuit boards. Is that what we're making? Okay. Let me pull up a sticky note. That these. So we need refinery to make heavy oil residue. We need plastic. I should probably just list out what we need and I can figure out what to do. Okay, so we need heavy oil residue. The heavy oil residue will give us the polymer resin to make the plastic. We're gonna need black powder. Yeah, we need the black powder in order to do the smokeless powder, and we need the heavy oil residue to turn the black powder into smokeless powder. So that's why we need the whole heavy oil residue. So we already have resources wise. We have the copper sheets and the plastic. Well, no, we don't have the plastic. This is making the plastic. We're also going to need to make rebar as our, as a precursor to the other. Let me fly back over and see what else we were making. So definitely need the circuit boards. I don't need this packaged fuel. That's just what we had there. This is where we're making smokeless powder, and that was the black powder and heavy oil residue there. Double duplicated. What we had in here was our black powder manufacturing. Let's go floor by floor and see what we got. This is making iron rods, so we need that. Well, that's what makes the rebar. Iron rods. Let's see here. So I had a lot of these making iron rods. We don't need quite that much in iron rods, and that all came up here. Nope, there's another one. We also need steel pipe, and we're using an alternate recipe that just uses iron instead. So we need steel pipe. Let's go ahead and get that over here. Steel pipe. All right. Excuse me. All right, so those are those two. Let's see if there's anything else coming out of this floor. No. Iron in, steel pipe out. Oh! Autosave boost. This is another whole layer of steel pipe. I overdid it a little bit. All right, and then all that comes in to make the explosive rebar. So it's iron rebar, smokeless powder, and steel pipe. All right. Now, for the ammo, homing rifle ammo, we need to be making rifle ammo, and then we need to be making high-speed connectors. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, so we need deuterium and cable, or deuterium and silica. That thing that I tried not to have in here. We'll go with the cable because I've got copper coming in, so we could set up a cable. So we're gonna make wire and then make cable out of that. Deuterium or quickwire. So okay, hold on. Let's open this up. So cable itself, we can make from quickwire and rubber, but honestly, like since we have opening codex. Oh, I don't have those unlocked. Since we're already bringing cable in, it's not hard to go ahead and make regular wire, right? To make the cables from. So I don't see a need, like we're going to have to get deuterium over here. I'm trying to think where I have that at. So let's go back. High-speed connectors. Yeah, there's no other recipes that don't use quickwire. So, hold on. There's an alternate recipe that I don't have yet. Okay, never mind. Let me double check and see. We might have to start. Wrong one. So there is a Reddit post. If you look up Satisfactory alternate recipe ranking, there's a Reddit post that ranks them all, and the dude put a spreadsheet together with all the stats and all that for it. So I'm gonna do let's see, quickwire cable. Okay, no, that's just the other. Let's see here. We don't want quickwire cable. We already have that. Quickwire stator. Fused quickwire. Let me see what fused quickwire would be. Fused quickwire, Satisfactory. Let's search that recipe up. I have to look it up online to see what it is, or just quickwire in general. So the alternate recipe is okay. It's deuterium ingots plus copper, so you still need your deuterium to do that. That would not, in fact, be helpful in this case. All right. Well, let's go ahead. I think today we can try to source that. We can try to source our deuterium and work on getting that set up. I'm trying to think. All right, I have deuterium coming in to the base area. I have quickwire coming in. Okay, that's way from over there. We might go Hmm. Let me think. Because it'd be around the corner there. Let me show... Let me throw down a hypertube launcher here, and we're going to go... Hopefully not smack our face on anything. We'll see how this goes. I might be in a bad place for this. Transport, hypertube launcher. I'm going to... I don't know. Here goes nothing. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. It's the best way to get around. Okay. Over there. Oh. Go easy on it. Oh, right there. Okay. Not as far as I thought. I'm gonna have to land low. There we go. Okay. Over here we have a really rough quickwire setup. Let's see if we've maximized this already. We can work on... Oh no, we haven't, dude. So this will give us 600 per minute of that. We can rip this out and work on that. Then we just need to set it a train up to carry our quickwire over, and we could probably even have a stop for it to deliver Katerium there as well. Quickwire. Yeah, that'd be good. We haven't standardized this yet. That's pretty rough looking. So let's do that. Excuse me. Great. So if we follow that same line that we just sent the bauxite through, we could probably cut straight through here, or we could go out there around and catch that line the copper's going on. So one way or the other, we'll worry about transport later. Right now we've got two. I mean, this is going to produce a lot of quickwire. We could probably not maximize our output from that and still be fine. So we've got to figure out our best route for this to get back over there. I've been setting up some independent lines on the ground level. Let's go ahead and rip all of this out. Everything's got to go. Sometimes I hate redoing work, but like, you know, it just, we're at a better point now, game-wise, so we want to, we'll try to maximize efficiency with things. And here's the other thing, the miner up there, we're close to unlocking a Mark III miner, which would double the output. And why not? Just tear out the platform too. Anyway, it would double the output of the miner itself once we get that. Let's get those. Oh, okay. Lost it. Okay, there we go. Let's get rid of that. I don't want to delete all these platforms, so I still want to have something as our base to figure out the right height and everything for this. There we go. All right. This doesn't have to be too wide, so let's go ahead and throw. Let's see. Grid-wise, we're going that direction right here. So let's get the other menu up. Build menu for the building. What is? Sorry. Sometimes the chair is pulling my hair. See what I got there. Hey, welcome to the stream. Hold on, I don't have my chat pulled up. 1 second. Here we go. Okay, let me get that pulled back over here. Well, hey, thanks for joining the stream, Joy. Glad to have you here. Looks like you're pretty new to Twitch, just a couple days here. Glad to have you. Jumping on the stream here. Sorry I missed your chat message earlier, but thanks for the follow. Hope you stick around. Just doing some Satisfactory building. We are redoing our Deuterium quickwire plant here. So just want to clean it up, make it look nice, and get it standardized as for how we've been doing things. So this, let's see, is that, yeah, that's the right way. And is that line the correct direction? It is. Good. All right. I mean, still exposes that. I don't like how low that is. Let's try to pull it up a little bit. Did I go up any? Oh, I did not see that guy there. Oh, okay. I forgot. As soon as I get rid of the building here, those things spawn. Even when you're right next to them. Okay, let's go ahead. Take this out with the sword. That'll give us a 30-minute window to take care of this. Get it back up and running. And something else spawned. Yeah. I probably should have put something else here and power it just so those things wouldn't spawn. I forget about that. That's one of the quirks of the game. If there's not a powered building here, then the hostiles will spawn. So like you've got to like you delete it just to upgrade it, it's gonna spawn something in. Weird. All right, I think we can, let's hit H, and then I'm just going to lift that up. Not quite that much. Is that the right direction? No, it's not, but we're going to make the next one the right direction. Get rid of that. So there's a line in the middle of this. You can see here. I like that to go north to south. It bothers me when it doesn't. The fix-it platforms all look the same no matter what direction you go, but like if you take a fix-it platform, like the default ones, let's see, I'll go ahead and pull it up. Here, right here. So if you put one of the, well, no, they do look different. You see the pattern on there. It bothers me when they aren't the same direction, right? So like if I did that, and then this one's this way, I somehow managed to put them the same way. Like that. Oh, this would bother me. So this is a little less obvious, but when you're looking at it flying across and all of a sudden the lines are going the opposite direction, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay, let's throw our that needs to go. It's going to sit too low. Let's get our miner back up here. Mark II miner. Lined up with the grid like that. Now let's get power back over here. Where's my actual... All right, okay, right here is good. There we go. Okay. That's ready to go. We're going to throw our power crystals back in. We're going to fill that back up too. Never shut it down. And then all this needs to go bye-bye. Don't need to keep that in my inventory. Let's throw some of this in here. Quickwire is already maxed out. Oh, sorry. phone notifications. We don't need the Conterium or quickwire. I probably could have thrown some of the Conterium into the thing there. This is probably full. Yeah, we can get rid of that. Is that full? That's also full. Pretty sure that's full. That's still set up. We've still got a lot of these old factories like this one that need to be updated to the new universal style that we're doing. That although I put a lot of time into like all the stuff we have over there, I put a lot of time into making them look like they do. It's still not quite. It's not the standard we've come up with. So I'm not great at like early game figuring that out. Let's see, let's get our zoop up. So I kind of fail at being prepared for future proofing when I come up with designs. Get rid of that. Wood. That was wood? Okay, you say so. Okay. So this we're gonna probably snake over, so I'll get rid of those three there. Let's throw a corner in here. Another thing that's bothering me at the moment is I should have used a double thick platform like this. I wish there was a way to take that and just swap it. Get it right the first time, Dave. Okay, you could actually just select this and then hit E and you got your double thick platform. I think that's the right direction. Looking for my lines. I don't see it. There it is, it's there, okay. That's good, okay. We'll do it this way, okay. My mistake. Sometimes my attention to detail just isn't working, so I have to second guess. Did I do that right? And bring that over there. Okay, good. All right, now we're going to come in here, and this is what I've been doing on these corners. Putting a bottom one and then a top one, which it doesn't matter as much here because we're not going to see underneath, but a lot of these. Okay, and then switch to this one. Let's put our edges. Try that again. Let's put our edges on here. I'm not zooping this because it's not big of an area. Really? See if I can get up here and do it. I think I saw it right. Nope. Nope. Why won't it connect? All right, so when it won't connect, I just do this, and once we're on Zoop, we can do that. And I just delete the second because it's just silly. They want to be playing games. And we can do that. And just delete that and that. Good. All right, that works. Okay, and then I just need to do this corner here and that. So let's get the flat area done first. It's gonna be here to here. All right, and then this we okay, we're gonna okay. Here's what we do. We'll freeze that. Let's bring it in and over. Oh. And this is the infinite nudge thing I've got. Lets you nudge just little bits. I don't know which is closer. I think it's going to be fine either way because we can adjust the wall if we need to. I'm going to go ahead and pull it in there. That's got us lined up. Single one should be fine. And we can add our wall to that. To right there. Probably should have done it on the outside end. And then what we're going to do here, we're going to freeze that, and we're just going to pull this in till it lines up with that. See, that could have pull that down. Okay, all right, that looks good. We're going to get rid of this platform, so I have a double in there. And that, my friends, is how we make all these. We got one more thing to do out here. We got to get the edge. There we go. I know there's a hover pack. Like, this is a jetpack. There's a hover pack to unlock soon. Have I unlocked it? Hold on. Let's see. I haven't unlocked it. Okay. It's just hard to kind of switch back and forth a lot. I don't like doing that. So this hover pack is stable. Like, it just floats. You can lower it, raise it. So you don't have to constantly have the jetpack tends to like if you're not on the throttle, it goes down. You can't just hold a flat level. But anyway, I would forget and then go to fly away and totally fall on my face. But as long as you have power where you're at, the jetpack or the hover pack would work. All right, I need to run to the restroom real quick, so I'm gonna hit be right back, and I will be right back. Enjoy the music. Okay, I am back. Sorry for that. Had to step away for a second, and that is powered, right? Yeah, I see it's yellow. It's all powered up. It's ready to go. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and see here now. We are going to build a factory down below this. I left that. I don't know if I want to keep it this level or bring it up a little bit. Definitely want to go out some from that source. We have a lot of area in this desert. Let me just double check real quick that everything's coming true. Yeah, okay, mic's good. Sounds good. Yeah, okay, good. Sweet. All right, nice. So our factory, the type of build we've been doing can go at any height. So I'm going to go ahead and run out a little bit here. And for this stuff, we're just been using 1x. It's the right way. Yeah. Let's go out like 3 more. All right. We're going to delete that one and those 2. This will be where the floor is at. Okay. For smelting and crafting, we need, see, we're doing what, 600 per minute. Gosh, I can't remember how many they do. Oh, hold on. Tablet went to sleep. Come back. No. I think my second monitor just died. Let me see here then. We need to pull up our stream manager on phone so I can see what's going on here. Oh, that's me. Okay, let's go to stream manager, chat. All right, cool. All right. That'll make it a little clunkier during the stream, but we can get this done. All right. If we go at this level, that gives us plenty of room that way and possibly this way. We have a little bit more room too. Not in the way of anything. Let's see here. Do I like this? I think I do. Let's go ahead and get this going. Let's see. First of all, we're going to go this direction. 1. Like that. And then this one, we already got 1, so we're going to go 10 total. 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 5 should do. There we go. The infinite zoop mod lets you do like bigger areas like that. I mean, up to currently 55 by 55. I can just bloop, and it fills it all in. As long as you have enough resources on you, it'll do it. Which is why I like it. All right, who's trying to hurt me? You're not my friend. Thank you. All right, so let's start with that. Let's see how many. All right, our current level of conveyor can do 780 per minute. The next one's level or Mark 6, and it does 1200. So we're not there yet. So currently at 780, that thing's outputting 600. So that's more than enough. We can come in here and hold on a second. Got to keep my eye on the notifications. There we go. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna. Yeah. So hold on. Let's throw down a smelter real quick and see what we can do. Smelter rating this. We get 600 a minute from the unit up there. We can smelt 45, 1, 2, 3. We have lots of power crystals. We're going to overclock. 112 per minute. Let's math this out real quick. Oh wait, I forgot. There's one built into the game. Hold on. 112.5. If we do, let's see, 600 divided by 112.5. So 5 smelters fully overclocked would take care of all this. We could do 6 of them. 6 smelters. We could average it out to about 100 per, or as a total, be able to do that. So it just takes 6 smelters to do this entire thing. That shouldn't be a problem. Let's get these lined up. Let's set that right there. We are middle block. And yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's see what it looks like side to side. We got just over half of a slab there, and still not fully centered. I'm gonna bring it all the way over to here, I think. Let's go ahead and go to this. Let's get our line and come over. That. So this looks like with them like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Grr. All right. Not quite. I'm gonna get this right. Don't worry. So that's where we were. If we bring this over now, half of that. So let's see here. 1, 2. So just 1. There we go. That should do. I think that's going to have them sitting evenly on here. Let's see. Still not. What did I do wrong? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. I put an extra one on there. That'll do it. Okay, that has us even on both ends, I believe, now. With a full foundation all the way around the edges. So that gives us a base of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of these in here. We're going to bring our resources in on this side, it looks like. So let's go ahead and get our splitters up here. Naturally, they're not going to line up. So I have to go through and manually adjust every one of these. 5. I think that's just a H. That's a Alt click, right? No. That line up? Yeah. Okay. H. Alt. There. Okay. H to freeze. Alt click down. H. Alt. There we go. And one more here. H. Alt. There we go. Cool. All right. That's not where that's supposed to go. Got it. Okay. Sweet. Now this is coming in. It's going to go through the wall that's going to be right here eventually, but we don't have it up yet. So what we can do is go ahead and start working on the lower parts of this now. That we've got an idea of what it's going to look like. So number 6 on our quick craft thing is that, and there's that. 3 of those. Come on, go. No, right there. Good. All right, and then we'll go ahead and throw this in. There, good. There's that. And I do this so we can go ahead and throw up our walls and poles and all that, so we can get the something wants to attack me. That's lovely. What is it? Oh. Oh, hey. Is it just you? Looks like it. Okay. We'll worry about the underneath later. Let's go ahead and get the top parts in here. So one of these. Okay, and then we're gonna get I forgot I actually had a template for this. Let's do that. Factory. Now structure corner base comes in here. That's it. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's it. Okay. And that gives us the whole whole bit that we want there. So I want one of these corners, one of those, and then the flat here. This gets us above the smelters with our next floor. Or constructors or whatever. Like, it's kind of a, for the smaller construction things, the smaller buildings as they call them, that's the level we want in order to get above that. So that's our start. Let's go ahead and get 7. Going to come across here now. Just want one. Okay, just about there. Ish. I'll have to fill in some stuff, but and then we're going to put that there. We're going to pull up a window. We're going to pull up a window. This is going to fill in across here. We'll break one out. Oh, no, this is right. It's the middle gets broken out on this. Well, whatever. We'll have to find the middle once we know for sure what we're doing with this. All right. Now, with that in place, we can put our conveyor middle of that. Yeah. Conveyor wall hole. So just in the middle of the glass, we're going to make a hole. Okay, good. Now, our lift is going to come off of that. Okay. So first of all, we're going to make sure... Oh, I'm on the wrong one. There we go. There's my hotbar. We're going to make this straight, first of all. No. I can't adjust that, can I? Okay, let's do like a half. And then we're going to come back the other half. Or not. If I freeze that, can I twist? Oh, okay. No, that's not straight and even. Let's see here. This might take a little bit to get it straight. Oh, wrong one. I could also start from this end. Well, that's going to make it backwards, isn't it? Because if I do this... Whatever. Let's just throw that there. And then we can connect. Okay, this is a bit confounded, but it'll work. And then we're going to throw this right here, right? Okay, now we can delete this. Because that was just a placeholder to get us going the right way. You too. Okay, and then we can connect this to this. There we go. All right, good. And then we're going to come out here and throw a lift on that. I probably should have not jumped straight down. We're going to come out, turn it this way. That should be a fairly straight line across there. Okay, pull the conveyor back out. It's a slight incline to it, but that's okay. That is okay. All right, and then 3. Go straight into here. All right. Good. And then in order to get power, we need to put the next level up here. So just temporarily, we're going to throw a full floor according to what we already had laid out. Hopefully my lines go the right way. Yes. Awesome. Okay. Cool. All right. Now we just got to find power. I found it. Let me connect that though. All right, here's what we're gonna do though. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna go with this power that's coming over here. We'll hit 2. I don't like it there. We'll come up to this corner here. Okay, we're going to see if we can connect this to this. Yeah, we can. And then we'll delete this wire here, not the actual pole, because we want to keep that pole there. All right, and then we're going to connect along the edge of this foundation. Nope. Let's come over to here. We're going to connect that to the edge out here. Good. All right, and then we want to come down into this. Okay. We're gonna go right in the edge there. Oh, you know what? I'm trying to think. Do I want it like that? Normally I go underneath here, but like that line's already kind of coming. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And then we're going to pull this into that corner right there. And then we're going to, because this will be hidden. Let's come back into the building now, and we're going to go straight up this wall right here. Oh, missed. Yeah, there we go. All right, and then we're going to come put these power connectors directly above the units. That'll work. The only problem I found with doing it like this is if you ever redo this factory and move that foundation, you have to redo all the power connections. If you just do power poles, they can stay with the current floor. Like if I do power poles for all these and redid the top floor, it wouldn't matter. But this way, does not have that problem. All right, we're going to set these to Caterium. We're going to overpower the snot out of them. There we go. I thought I was copying units that were overclocked when I replaced these, or when I replaced these, but somewhere in the alignment I probably missed that step. All right. Click that and drag that. Click that, drag that. All right. Sorry, fingers itching. There's that. All right, now we just need to merge the outputs. Let's go ahead and bring this on over. We'll kind of build it as we go. That's fine. These other ends here. There, good. All right, let's go ahead and get the foundation here while we're at it. So basically, we're just going to take this, line it up on there just so, and we'll probably need to do a vertical zoom. Boom. Okay. Same thing's going to happen inside here, I think. Yeah, there we go. And one over here, we'll have it. So we start here. Getting there. All right, let's gonna. I guess let's turn it around. There we go. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. And let's see here. Let's get this. Oh, that's right. Inside corner first. There we go. Okay. There's that. Okay. That's the base of all those. Let's go ahead and get these corners started with our blueprint. Corner base. Right there. And one over here. These go there, and then we're going to come out here with it. Not there. I guess I did a zoom. That's what's wrong. Select that. Vertical. No, hold on. Okay, we're going to do that same thing over here. Around, feel that. Good. All right, and that side's already done. All right, then all we have to do, gotta throw one of those right here and here. All right. And number 8. There's that. Oh, that's right. This already has windows. I don't have to have that. And we can put the windows out here, though. There. Good. All right. There's the windows. Now we just need to make our opening. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could do it on both ends, make it even, or I could do a double entrance in the middle. I probably could have made this a 5 by thing, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and rip both of these out. All right. It doesn't really work for my upper part though. Hold on. I'll throw it back. Let's just make it on the ends. Yeah, we'll do that. And so this one in. All right, and then we need to throw our entrance. What am I standing on? Upper floor entrance, right? There. Same thing over there. Sweet. That'll get that. Okay, and then from here we just go to blueprints. Corner, one floor. Throw this down like that. If we wanted to do further floors, we just add more to it. So it's easier than having to find all. I mean, it's just 3 blocks I have on there, but I don't have to like place them one at a time. I can just throw it all together. Hold on. There. Okay. Yeah, that's got it. All right, so there's our next floor. So then we can come in here and start placing stuff. The glass will be here. There, minus that. Okay. All right, so far so good. Then we just have to come back and trim the windows in on all those. So let's go ahead and do that while we're here. That's going to be braided cable on the corners, on the sides, and across the top. And then we go back and put these beam connectors at the corners there to just hide that messiness. There we go. Okay, now let's do this bottom 2 real quick. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a floor of constructors to make the quickwire. Okay, all right. Well, let's go ahead and figure out our constructors. So we're putting out 37.5 times 6, which would be 37.5 times 6. Not quite 225, honestly, because remember we're not getting the full output from all of them. So let's figure that out real quick. Remember we're using 112.5, so 250 per 2. So that's 250, 500, 750. We're only getting 600 in, right? So I got to do the math here. I got to figure this out. We got to balance the load. Let's go with what we're saying. Okay, hold on. So if we did 112.5 times 5, we get 562.5. 562.5. So this will do math. So if we do that in parentheses, and then we could do 600 minus. All right. that leaves us 37.5 for the last unit to use up. That's some tough math right there. So 37.5 is all we'd have to be producing with this one, or using this one. So that'd be a little tougher to, which is the exact amount that the is currently outputting. But that would be like over, like, I'm just pulling this back a little bit. Let's see. Maybe 85? No. Let's do 12.5. That should be the right spot. 37.5. There we go. So if that's going to do that, that will balance the input of Deuterium. And honestly, with it being the very last one on the line, it's going to get a lower amount in here anyway, so that would balance how much it is. So that means we have 12.5 per minute out of this unit, and then 6 times 37.5. No, 5 times 37.5. So let's see here. 37.5, 12.5. 37.5, 12.5. So we got 37.5 times 5 plus 12.5 equals 200. Okay. So we're making 200 deuterium per minute, which was less than what I really thought. So 200. I thought it was going to be about that. So we got 200 per minute we need to be processing up here into quickwire. The constructors, I'm just going to throw this down. Constructors will use 12 per minute to make 60. So we've kind of cut down ore to ingots, but then we're going back up with, so that's a 1 to 5. Going back up on the other end. So 10 of these will, anyway, let's do the math again. So 200 divided by 12, 16. So roughly 17 of these. Hold up. What is our 30 per minute? Okay. That's easier to work with. So 30. Pull that math back up. 200 divided by 30 equals 7 of them. So 7 units in here. And I think we might be crammed in if we do 7 of these. Let's see. Boop. All right. 7 constructors. How could we fit those? Now we could double up. We could actually do 8 of them and just balance them out so that they're the right amount. So 2 sets of 4. So 2 rows of 4. That would work. Let's just see what we could do. We'll pull it all the way over. Let's try there first. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we can fit 6. 7 is not going to fit in there. Okay. All right. So we'll just go with 8. We'll load balance for 8. All right. This I have a blueprint for. So let's get that pulled up real quick. Blueprints, factory, dual constructor. This will give us our input on this side. Let's see what we got here. Okay. That's within the glass. So if we stay centered on that line. That's going from, let's just line it up with a full slab edge, see what we got. So that's one full slab. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it right there. That's a good spot. Trying to snap this. It won't snap. Let's see if we're... Yep, okay, that is on that line, so that's where we want it. And 4, great. And that is set up to split the inputs. One thing I need to do is upgrade all of the belts. Which, I mean, ultimately, I need to go to the, I need to go back to the blueprint and... Ooh, that's nasty. Let's fix that. Let's get our blueprint back out for that. There it is. Oh, I didn't notice that earlier. Let's double check the other end while we're here. Yeah, it's lined up right. We've still got some other trim to put around the building, but that kind of gets us to this point. All right, so we want all of our resources to come up here. We're going to come out and go straight up through the middle. Let's put a floor, floor hole. Let's see if that looks okay. Oh yeah, it's a good spot. And then that's going to have a lift in it. It's going to come this direction. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. It's going to have a, let's see. There we go, lift like that. And we just need to come back here and put mergers on all these units. We merge their outputs up and this way. Come over as close as we can. Hologram that bad boy, and it should be Alt. H Alt doing H Alt. Oh, there we go. Got it. H Alt. Go and H Alt click. Good. Alright, let's put belts on all these. So this is going to connect straight to that. That goes there. Goes there. Goes there. Good. Alright. Go straight up here. All we need to do is just go upstairs, hook this in, and power it. And that'll be good to go. I wish that'd be turned another way, but that's just the way that lift is set down there. Why is that being tricky? All right, let's throw a floor in up here. Do we need to do anything else with the Deuterium? I think it's just quickwire, right? Okay. So this will be our roof then. So we're going to put caps on these. Right there. No, don't zoom. So there's that. And then up here, we're going to put number 6. We're going to go back to zoo. There. Here. Good. A lot easier to do when you're doing from a distant point over, because like right here I can't see what direction that slope's going. Okay, it turned the wrong way. All right, and then for our roof, I just like to do this frame foundation grid. It's very industrial, and it gives me plenty of places to hang the power connections from. Speaking of power connections, we need to go downstairs and pull this up from there through the floor up to right here. Just go there. Now these are going to come through the middle here. And power is here first. So we're going to go to... You know what? Why don't we go between the two? Where's the middle of both of these? Right there. Cool. Here on that. I believe that is aesthetically pleasing. I'll step back and take a look. Can't connect anything else to these, but perhaps this one. Okay. That's good enough. That's good enough. I like that. All right, and then output. We sent this way. Okay. We'll probably just merge again. We'll need to get a train depot set up over here and get that shipped over. But here's the deal. This is outputting. Sorry, I was outputting 150 per minute, so that's 300 there. Oops. We're still gonna have 2 lines of quick wire coming out of here. What you realize is exactly what we had. The only difference is those 2 lines are probably a max of 300 per line. Right, what do we got here? This is Mark III belts. Yeah, so Mark III belts are, logistically speaking, 270, right? So those were maxing at 270. So the Mark V belts could have done all of this. So it would have just been 1 line. So I realized we've still got just 2 lines coming out of here, but the speed of said lines is much greater. So that's already connected. Only needs to have yeah, okay, well, it's connected. I don't know what belt these were made with, but as long as it can do more than 150, and according to this, it would need to be at least Mark III belts, and that's probably what I made it with. As long as it can pull it out of the machine at a faster rate than the machine produces, the speed of that belt isn't as important. Like, we don't have to have the full capacity belts coming out of the machine unless the machine is in fact producing at that rate. All right, so those are all coming down here now. Those are not coming down here now. Oh, I haven't told them what to do. I could just copy paste this. Go, and 1 more. Yep, got it. Okay. All right, there we go. So that is the Caterium factory. We've got to put our trims around here. This is going to trim the top edge there for the top floor. There, there, and there. Just finish this building up, and then we'll. I'm working on the train. I can work on the train depot another time. Okay. Now the edge of the building needs to be done the same way. There's that. One piece there, one piece there. Whoop! Somehow fell off. When I'm looking up, like look up at the building, I tend to lean over so I can see better. Because like that's what you do in real life, right? Doesn't really work in game, but doesn't mean I won't try. I'm trying to see around this corner right now. Okay. That's it. That's the way the buildings look. So this is our Caterium manufacturing plant now, quickwire manufacturing plant, and Caterium processing. There are recipes that use the ore and others that use the ingots, but this has us going at an output of a lot. Roughly 600 per minute on either side. It's probably a little less just because we don't have 30 per minute coming in necessarily. So that's lower than that. We want trying to think. We might send Caterium up there one line and then send the other over here. So let's work on all this needs to go away, but I think I'm going to leave the depot over there to put Caterium into our dimension depot. So this will be let me think that through. I might and I might not. Okay. So our main thing was to get this Caterium over to the ammo depot. So let's just look through here and see which way we could run a train. Yeah, go over here. If we rent out here and around, we could join the same line that the copper train's on. If we manage to get a path through here, we could join the same line that the bauxite train's on. Or we could just run a third line. A third line makes more mess, but also tying into this one's going to be tough. We don't have room over there to snake through. We don't really have room over here. We could, it'd just be messy. We'd have to bring it around to that flat area. On the bauxite line, we've got all this other area to come through, tie it in. I mean, I kind of have a foundation through there that they could then come this way. The lower area's over there, though. I think we might tie it in with the bauxite line. Surprise! Because we could cut through this area here. A little messy, but we can clean it up. And then that'll bring us over here. If we just cut over these dunes. So we'd have to stay high through this area regardless. And then we could cut in with that. Hey, you're going to take more than one hit. Probably 3. There he goes. What? Oh, I guess that was one he threw. Okay. We could come around here and have a lot of room to kind of tie in right there. Or we could scoot this side. I feel like past it, you're going to have more room to kind of loop and come over here. So we'll probably do that. Right there is where the next section. We might have to split it up a little bit. But let's see what we could do to make that happen now. Let's get up here. I need to get more biofuel in here before we run out. There we go. Roughly 45 through there. We'll probably do a 90 or go straight that way and then cut around to it. Probably the best way to go. All right. Well, that's a plan. I think what I'm going to do is I will work on hooking this supply up off stream, just because it's going to make it a lot easier. All the logistics. There's probably going to be a lot of doing and undoing and all that fun stuff. So, well, hello. Welcome to the stream, Glenn. Glad to have you here. I'm just about to wrap things up. We've been doing some updating of our factories, and I just updated the Deuterium production, Deuterium processing and quickwire production over there. Just trying to figure out how to tie it in and bring it across. So glad to have you here. But we are actually wrapping things up at the moment, so we can get back to other things today. But glad you could hop on here. Hopefully you can join me next, let's see, Monday with Destiny 2, Tuesday, getting closer to finishing up Cubic Odyssey, and then it'll be next Saturday we can do another stream here. But glad to have you. I gotta go. So I will catch y'all next time. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.